What's going on, VC? Back again, inspired by Travis, Vinyl on Video. If you're not subscribed to him, put a little jobber down there in the liner notes. He said that he wanted to go out to a couple of his honey holes yesterday, and he scored pretty big, and we decided to go out to a couple of our honey holes today. And Bloomington Normal, Reverberation Vinyl, and North Street Records. I've talked about them before, and they're the record stores I keep going back to because they're really good. Today's trip was inspired by one of the owners holding a few things for my brother, and he decided, well, I better go ahead and run over there and get them. And I thought, oh no, a trip to the record store, terrible. So I took Bill F. and Murray with me today, who was good luck, and found a couple of things. One is the boxer by The National. This is a funny story about this album, which is I discovered this band entirely kind of by accident. I was in the library one day, and they had a few CDs up there on display, and the cover art caught my eye. I decided to take a chance on renting it at the library, and after that, I absolutely fell in love with them. Have a bunch of their CDs, found that on vinyl, absolutely stoked to have it, and just really overall excited. The next album that I found is continuing to complete my Chet Atkins collection. It's a Guitar World. This one actually didn't have a bunch of stuff on, and the back was really interesting because there's sitars and everything else. I was like, well, I definitely don't know what that is, and I don't have it. I think I actually looked at the record there before, and I think today is the day, so I decided to pick it up. One of the other things that I got while I was there was a record that I've been asking for. This is People's Temple, More for the Masses. I really like this band. This is the first one of their records that I've been able to get, and the order's been a little bit screwy with it. I've asked a couple times I got in there, like, hey man, did you guys get that any of those records in yet? And I was like, no man, they're on order, and right now we're sort of at the mercy of the distributor. So it was just one of those really weird days. They got their order in, and then I walked in probably less than an hour later. In fact, I think he unboxed it and handed it to me. So I was really thrilled about that. John, thank you very much. I'm sure you don't watch my videos, but you have a shout out on the internet. When I was in there talking to Michael Mayer, cryptically Michael Mayer on YouTube, you should check out his videos if you haven't. He's really articulate. His videos are funny, and they're really, really well produced. So check it out, Michael Mayer. I'm going to put a link down in their liner notes. Shout out for more records. Anyway, as I was talking to Michael, who came in, he normally works on Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings. He heard we were going to be in town, so like, oh yeah, we'll come over and I'll hang out. So I was talking to him, and somebody brought some records in to sell, and I was actually able to get a record I've really been wanting for a long time, which is Beatles' White Album. Is it numbered? No. Is it in immaculate condition? No. But it's not very noisy. There's like a very little amount of surface noise on it, and it was $2. So I really can't complain about that. Pretty much what happened is the guy brought in a stack of records. The owner bought a few of them. As soon as he left, I poked my head back in and said, hey, how much for that? He told me the price, and I told him to put it on my stack. So I was just fine with the price. After that, we went over to North Street Records, and I saw this as soon as I walked in. Best of the Ventures, or Golden Greats of the Ventures. This is actually a gatefold. And look at that. 1950 style pornography there by the Ventures for $1. It's in really good shape. Trolling the Dollar Country Bins, I picked up Music Man by Waylon Jennings. This is a good one. My brother has it and I didn't, and I said for $1, sweet. And then he also found this for me, which is my personal favorite Rolling Stones album, which is Exile on Main. I really like that album. In my opinion, it's one of my favorites of theirs, although I do like Let It Bleed is by my second favorite. Now I know you're shocked by what I'm going to say next. I picked up 45s at both stores. The prices were right, or they were rare, and I wanted to get a hold of them. First one I got is the Sun Rays. You Don't Faze Me, and the flip side is Andrea. This stinks. At least I don't care for it. But for, I think, a quarter or something like that, I bought it because I must have thought it was something else. If you're interested in this, PM me and we'll try to work something out. Then it's the Winter Circle series, which I'm guessing must be like a best of. But it's Love Potion number 9, and the flip side is High Heel Sneakers by the Searchers. Next is the Batman theme and the Superman theme. This is on Golden Records. Thought that was kind of cool. For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield. I'm apparently trying to create my own Vietnam movie soundtrack. But regardless, I actually really like that song anyway. The next one is Honky Train and Movin' by the Bill Black's Combo on High. This is H-I. This is on Josie. This is Peekaboo and Oh Oh Lolita by the Cadillacs. This is a song that I listened to a lot when I was, for some reason, on active duty. This is Mel McDaniel, Louisiana Saturday Night. So I was pretty happy to find that for a quarter. The Jackson 5, ABC, and the other side of the Young Folks. Bill Haley, Mambo Rock, and Birth of the Boogie on Decca. And then I actually picked this up for somebody else, but it's music from the Jetsons cartoon. This is Rama Rama Zoom, and the other side is Push Button Blues. I'm not positive, but I'm really wondering if Keely Smith sang on this because it sounds a lot like her voice. If anybody has any idea who actually sang on these records, the Jetson records, put it down in the comments. I'd be really curious if you know. Okay, picked up another Bill Haley in the comments. This is Burn That Candle, and the other side is Rock a Beatin' Boogie, which I have Rock a Beatin' Boogie on something else. I don't remember what it is, but I have to check it out. This is another sort of fresh off the trades at Reverberations. This is the Riviera's California Sun, and the flip side is HB Goose Step. Is that right? Yeah. HB Goose Step. I thought it was an 8, so I wanted to be sure. Next side is Tom T. Hall, I Like Beer, and the flip side on that one is From a Mansion to a Honky Tonk. I like Tom T. Hall, and you should too if you know it's good for you. Another one fresh off the inbox and Reverberation. Something I don't have, which is Chuck Berry, let alone on Chess. And this is Reelin' and Rocking, and the other side is Sweet Little 16. I haven't looked this up to see if it's original or repressed. But the one thing that I did notice today, and if anybody has any information about it, I'd be really curious, is to know whether or not Cadet, whose 45 label looks really, really similar to Chess, was a subsidiary of Chess. I mean, they're almost identical, and so that made me wonder. And then as a Chicago sports fan, I found the Cubs song, which is a Hey Hey Holy Mackerel song. And it's got a version on the A side and then a different vocal version on the B side, along with a third track or second track, however you want to say it, on the B side. That's the same thing with just the organ music. So I was pretty happy to have that. I think that one cost me $1. So those are my finds, finally getting out, and I've been pooling my money a little bit, kind of trying to be safe with it, not go too bonkers, applying for jobs and all that stuff. So thanks for checking it out. I will keep you updated as I continue shopping around. If you're wondering what is playing in the background, it's that national record, The Boxer. I think some of the tracks are on YouTube. I would check it out if you're interested in it. I personally like it a lot. And that's about it. Everybody have a good day.